Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dyson Sphere Program. My name is Tom, and this is episode number 61. In today's episode, let's tech up to warpers. Oh, I can't contain myself, guys. I really want to leave the solar system and explore other star systems and planets. There's just so much to do, guys. So with that said, let's get started with episode 61 and warper tech. Okay, guys, let's resume our research and let's look into warper tech and see what we need to automate to get to those. So what I'm going to do here is open up the replicator, and I'm going to take a peek at the warpers. The space warpers. Okay. They are consumables, and they are used to activate warp of the mecha and logistic vessels. Okay, and you use cap locks to start the warp engine. Fair enough. Okay, so there are two recipes. There are these, well, look like lenses and the gravity matrix. I'm not sure what that type of matrix is called. It is gravity matrix. So we are researching gravity matrix. And what are these lens? Here we go. Gravity lens. A piece of neutron star material that has been encapsulated after processing. Its twisted and powerful gravitational field is shielded in a container. Usually we'll use it to process and change the spatial structure, but we can expect someone to use it to reflect the sunlight and ignite fire. Oh, I love that paragraph. Especially where it says a neutron star. Oh my goodness. Wouldn't it be cool if we had a neutron star in our star cluster? Okay, so we need diamonds, which we are automating, and we need these green type of things, these green containers. Where are those? They're not the particle containers. What are these green? Here they are. Strange matter. Strange matter has a great gravitational negative pressure, which exceeds its energy density, so that the space around the strange matter is warped and meets the negative energy demand of the warp engine. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, and so they need the particle container, iron ingots, and the deuterium fuel. Yeah, just deuterium. That's what we need. So we got all that. And how do I make this? It's made in the particle collider. What is the particle collider? Let's go to buildings. And where is the particle collider? Here's the miniature particle collider. When the two beams of the particles are continuously accelerated to a certain intensity and energy, they will collide and new particles can be obtained. It is necessary used to stably produce deuterium and antimatter, but will consume a lot of energy. Yeah, 12 megawatts. Holy crap. Okay, and it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 products. And there's a new product in here. What is that? Oh, it's this thing. Oh, it's the frame material. Okay, we need to get the frame material. So, boy, do we have a lot of work to do. Okay, so we need to start automating frame material. And this is made in the assembler. And it takes nanotubes, titanium, and high purity silicon, which we do have. Okay, So guys, let's automate frame materials. I am going to look for a place for this build, and you know, let's place it here. Okay. And so I'm going to place this guy here. Okay. And so we need 3 products. So I'm just going to have the belts going in like this. And this is frame material. So we need nanotubes, aluminum or titanium, and high purity silicon. And we'll set a limit to 500 of each. And let's demand it. So demand, demand, and demand. Every time I hit the demand, my fingers are kind of crossed, hoping that I still have all these materials and components in storage. You know, I should be always looking at the stats panel for production, and I'm going to do that more. Because this is very, very useful. But thankfully, we do have the materials and components. So let's get started with this build. And I'm not too worried about the ratios and how many I want to automate. I just want to automate some. Eventually, we're going to have to scale up all our materials and components, and that's when we will do ratios for these. But for now, let's just start small and just get things rolling. This way we can start from point A and get to point B. Because, guys, I really want to leave the star system. Okay. Oh, that's such a wonderful sight, guys. Seeing that all the material is proliferated. Oh, this feels so good. So, since it's proliferated, how about we just tuck these assembly machines in a bit closer to the PLS. And what's this? It's a... I don't know how much this makes a minute or a second. We'll find out. From my understanding... Oops. What is this called? The frame material is used in... Why am I having a mix of product here? What did I do here, guys? What did I do? Okay. No, this is going to be this. Titanium alloy and high purity silicon. Okay. All right, so let's place... Yeah, we've got to manage our inventory here. It's getting pretty wild. Jeez. Okay. And yeah, I'm going to stick those back in here. Okay, gravity matrix is unlocked. All right, and so let's come out with the high purity silicon. Excellent. And what we can do is set our sorters, and then we'll set the filters to the materials and components here. Okay. And I will just copy those filters and sorters over here. Okay. And then out with the frame. The frame material. Okay. And I'm going to do extra product on those. And then all we need to do is connect the power. And yeah, we're officially automating frame material. And what is this? It's okay, it's 1 every 6 seconds. So let's make 6 of these. Okay, so we're making 1 frame material a second. Well, yeah, yep. I suppose we could probably do 6 more, so we'll have 12. Okay, so that is a good start. And I'm just trimming the belts back here. Okay. And then we can stick the remaining materials and components from the inventory back into the PLS. Oh shoot, what did I do? No, here we go. And we'll set that to 500. Okay. Okay, order has been re-established. Okay, and now we need to place down a splitter. From my understanding, we will need to use the frame materials in some of the buildings here, like the particle collider. I think that's what it's called. And some other buildings as well. So I'm just going to provide. Excellent. And once we get to Gravity Matrix, we get to unlock the final bots upgrade, which would give it a planetary range. Yeah, gotta demand this. Okay, excellent. We're all set there. We're automating frame material. We got some stored in our box. All right, so can we automate the particle collider now? Can we automate the particle collider? Yes, we can. And the particle collider is it's going to automate the strange matter. Okay. All right. So let's go over to our mall, which is right here. And it is a sight to behold, guys. All right. So we're automating PLS here. So I don't want to build it quite there. I want to automate the PLS, the ILS, and there's one other building similar to the ILS, which is the orbital collector. So we got to automate this eventually. So this is a 3-to-1, and this is a 4-to-1. So what I'm going to do, as I want my factory to be nice and orderly, I'm just going to stamp down 2 of these builds for those 2 buildings, and then we'll build the particle collider further down here, because I don't want to mix and match different buildings in the mall. I want them all next to each other so that they could be found easily. So I'm going to hit Control V, and let me take a look at those recipes. So this is a 3. So we're going to need a 4-to-1 for the proliferator. Okay, like that. So this will be for the ILS. And then again, we're going to place a Tesla tower for spacing. And then let's take a look at this orbital collector. And I'm not going to get into this guy yet. We'll get into it shortly. So this is a 4-to-1. So we need... Let's get this guy in here. Okay, we got some water in the way, so let's fill that up. And then Control V. Okay. And so this is for the orbital collector here. And then finally, we'll place down the particle collider. And the particle collider is... It had 5, I think. Like, a lot. Oh, jeez. Where are you, particle collider? Here you are. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jeez. Man, you stupid particle collider. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I will switch this to particle collider. Okay, and I'm going to set the filter to particle collider. It's a hard building to find, but there it is. And for now, we'll just set a limit to 1 because these things are so expensive. Okay, so we need... Let's take a look at... So it's 20, 20, 25, 10, and 8. So we will call them the super magnetic rings. Okay, so there they go. And we have a limit to our storage. I'm going to set that to 1. All right, and so the next component is going to be the structured matrix. Okay, so now they're going to get the structured matrix, or the structured component, or the structured, what is it called? The frame material. Oh my gosh, I was way off. All right, fair enough. Frame material. It's going to grab the frame material. And what's next? The titanium alloys. So we'll grab those. Okay. And the graphene. The graphene's here. We're actually going to have to delete this for now because we have the proliferator here. So this is graphene. And we got to place down another box here. Okay. And we'll place a Tesla tower here. And we're gonna have to come down with this Tesla tower. Okay, so that has power. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think all we're missing is the processors, right? The processors. Yes, so let's call in the processors. Excellent. So we have all our materials and components. I'm going to adjust this belt. And so I will come out with the processors here. The graphene will come down here. Okay. And we will place a box here and here. Let's delete that. It's spacing off a bit. So we'll do that. And then we'll set a limit to 1. And this is going to be for the particle collider. Particle collider, there you are. Excellent. Okay. And so are we really not, did I not proliferate the, oh, I forget. What is it? The frame material. Oh, I forgot to proliferate the frame material. Okay. Well, for now, we can proliferate here. Okay, and those are proliferated. Excellent. And we'll place a splitter here. We'll come over with the proliferator in through the splitter. And well, okay, we got to move the splitter back 1 tile. Okay. So in goes a proliferator. Okay, excellent. And finally, guys, finally we can place down the assembly machine that's going to be automating the particle collider. Ooh, boy. Okay, and there we are. So now we can go in with product. Dude, it just takes so many super magnetic rings. 25 of them, my goodness. Okay, and trim belt back, and we are going to set this to be frame material. And this is titanium alloy. And then we got to do the processors and the graphene. Okay, excellent. So in with the processors, in with the graphene, trim the belts back, and there we have it, guys. We are automating the particle collider for the first time. And so in with the particle collider, let's set the filter to the particle collider. All right, and there we have it. And this is set to particle collider. Okay, we can place the extra components in our inventory back into the assembly machine. Okay. And let's place the proliferator back in here. All right, and we have super magnetic rings and frame material. Excellent, guys. Always keep your inventory nice and clean. You should never be carrying around materials or components. All you want to be carrying around is buildings, or buildings. So don't be a noob. Be a professional engineer of the Dyson Sphere program. At this stage of the game, you should not be replicating anything. Come on, guys. This is my first time playing through, and I have inventory management down like a pro. No anxiety. All is well. Okay. Anyways, let's demand some particle colliders. And I'm going to say I want 10 to start with. Excellent, and we have 8 already. Jeez. One every 4.8 minutes. Oh man. Okay. We are coming up to the end of this episode. We got like 5 minutes left. And what do we need to do? Well, we need to automate strange matter now. So let's find a location for the strange matter. And it's probably going to be at the North or South Pole. That's kind of where I place all the weird buildings. And meaning weird buildings that are outside of the arc smelter, assembly machine, and chemical plants. And oh, look, we are not automating graphene anymore. Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna go on a side quest to the graphene. Let's take a look at what the issue is with the graphene. Let's see where I made the graphene. Okay, that's plastic. Here's graphene. Oh, we're missing sulfuric acid. Okay, so why are we not making sulfuric acid? Where's sulfuric acid at? That's graphene. Those are organic crystals. Graphene. Oh, here we go. Okay, refined oil. It's a never-ending quest to find the lacking material. So let's go check out our refined oil. And is the refined oil on this pole? It is. It's over here. So I'm either storing the refined oil or I'm just not making enough. Okay, so let's reverse these belts. And so now we are getting more refined oil and okay, excellent, perfect. Okay, one of these episodes where we are going to have to do a, let me take a look here. Where is refined oil? Here it is. The reforming refine, which produces a bunch of oil. So that's one thing we could do as well. Just so many things to do, guys. Just so many things to do. I don't want to think about it. It's going to overwhelm me. So I'm just going to focus on one task at a time. And so we're looking for a place for the particle collider. Where do we want to do the particle collider? We got all this water here. We got plastic here. I say we do the particle collider right here, guys. I think this is a beautiful place. Okay, so let's place down a, let's grab 10 of these PLS. Okay, and we'll place down a PLS here. And let's go to the particle collider. Here it is, so we got 10 of them. And what does this thing look like? Okay, it looks like something straight out of the 70s with the circles. I'm not sure how I feel about the design of the particle collider. It looks kind of weird. That's my critique. It looks kind of weird. I think they could have done better on a design choice. Not a big fan. Sorry, guys. Sorry, not a big fan of the look of the particle collider. So I'm going to place down a belt here. And I will place the particle collider here for now. And let's select the recipe. And we're looking for strange matter. And it also makes deuterium every 2.5 seconds. But that's not worth it. No way. You know why it's not worth it? Because this thing costs a lot, and it takes up a lot of energy as well. Has a high energy demand. Okay, fair enough. All right, so we want to do the strange matter, and we need 3 products, guys. We need 3 products. So we could do 3 lines like this. And we could place another one here. And that's off 1 tile. So for sure, the particle collider is the worst looking building of the game so far. I hate to say that because this game is just absolutely amazing. Yeah, not a big fan. But maybe they'll change the design. Maybe they'll watch my video. Okay, and so let's bring out the components. And so we are going to need a bunch of deuterium. So I will call those in. We'll say 1,000. Oh. Okay, and we need the particle container, and we need iron ingots. And we're out of iron ingots on this planet, guys. Crap. Okay. And all right, so we're getting some particle containers. Let's set that to 500. And let's actually call in some iron ingots, guys. We need to call in some iron ingots from Merrick too. And this is just going to be temporary for this, because we just need to get them here for now. So I do a remote demand. Okay. So we'll wait for those. In the meantime, we can set up the sorters. And we're going to need to proliferate this. I forgot about that. So we'll do that. So we'll come out with the deuterium. We'll come out with the particle containers. And we'll come out with the iron ingots. Okay, and let's set the filters. Okay. And we also need to get the proliferator over here. Okay. What's going on here? Put the box on there. Oh, the particle collider is in the way. So we will delete it. We will call in a proliferator MK3. Set a limit to the storage box to 1. And in we go with the proliferator. Okay. So let's place down the particle colliders again. And strange matter is going to come out here. Right? Strange matter? Yes. Okay. And here we go. Boom. Excellent. Okay, and so let's get the materials and components inside. This wonderful deuterium and the beautiful particle containers. And look at this. Iron ingots from Merrick 2. Aren't we glad that we automated our smelting planets on Merrick 2? Man, that was a close call. Okay, and so let's expand this belt. Okay. All right, so let's get in. Oh shoot, we're out of power. That's not good, guys. Not good at all. Shoot. Okay, let's take a look at our power. Okay, no problem. We can easily fix that, guys. We can easily fix that. But let's not get distracted here. Let's focus on the task at hand. Oh, the sound is so cool, though. Okay. Milestone number 24. Strange matter. You produce a strange matter. This kind of matter can warp the space around it, which is incredible. Perhaps it's what we've been looking for. Yes, I agree. Yes, absolutely. This is our path to warpers and leaving this star system behind. And oh my gosh, I can't wait to explore other star systems, other planets. What will we find in the dark, deep void of space? I don't know. But we'll find out together, guys. Okay, spacing issues. There we go. I was saying the sound of the particle collider is absolutely phenomenal. I love it. So that makes up for the bad design. It just looks kind of funny. And yeah, that criticism, guys, that's really nitpicking. I mean, there's nothing negative I can really say about this game. This game is just everything I ever wanted in a game. This is it, the Dyson Sphere Program. Okay, I don't want to do too big of a build here, because this is demanding a lot on our materials and components here. And our power grid. Again, guys, these are taking up like 24 megawatts. So I think let's leave it to 8 for now. We are making strange matter, which is an excellent progress to the Dyson Sphere. So let's finish out the episode by fixing the power. Because if we don't have full power, we cannot proliferate the strange matter. So it is important to fix this right away. And I think it's on the other pole. Yep, right here. So let's go over to the deuterium fuel rods. And we could be... So here's one of the things I'm thinking of doing is removing our solar panels on the equator and replacing them with ray receivers. because our Dyson Swarm is how much? Yeah, 751 megawatts. So that's something I definitely want to do here. Man, we're using so much power. My goodness. Oh, I love it. I love it. This. And the good thing is, guys, we have so many ways for power at this point. Oops. Okay, there we go. Excellent. Okay, so that is going to fix our power for a while. We're producing 1.9 gigawatts. Okay. All right, guys. Vertical launch silo almost completed. So let's take a look at what's left for the warper. And we need the graviton lens, which required the strange matter and the diamond. Okay, excellent. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed episode number 61. This is part 1 of 2 to the path of warpers. In the next episode, episode 62, we will automate graviton lens and warpers. And if we have time in episode 62, we will warp to the closest star system and explore the star and the planets around it. Oh, I'm so excited, guys. Fingers crossed that everything goes well. So with that said, guys, thank you for joining me in episode 61. I hope you were entertained. I was certainly entertained, and we'll see you in the next episode, episode number 62. Take care and goodbye.